Thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you. Fuck. Welcome back to the channel. I have to start saying this stuff. Welcome back to the channel. And honestly, I am ecstatic to be here. I am so excited. I cannot believe that I am still pulling through. um, as you have noticed, as you can probably tell, the setup is different. And I don't see myself going back to that setup anytime soon because, bitch, I'm in another fucking country. If you want to know a little bit more details on that, take a look at last week's episode because I just put the vlog up today on the trip that we're going to be discussing today. So I am so excited, and we're reaching finally to a point on the channel where like it's starting to get juicy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where I feel like I always say that, but honestly, every single place that I went to was a quite a pivotal moment for me because I don't know, I'm always looking to like learn lessons. I'm always looking to learn something, to improve in something, to kind of redefine my ideas and values and things like that. So I'm always I'm always looking for the lesson in the journey. So even if it was a difficult experience, I'm always trying to do that. So it can be kind of annoying sometimes, but I feel like I've gotten so far because of that. Um, so it'd be what it'd be. I think I'm saying annoying because it can be difficult to kind of be a little bit more present and really not care where I'm at, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. At some point, you just want to be like, I just want to experience, and that's it. Um, but I don't know. That's just who I am. Fuck, I like learning. Okay, but I wanted to kind of we're gonna do a little bit of a different. I mean, I'm kind of redefining the channel, which I'm really excited about. I love doing that. I mean, as a designer at heart, of course, but I'm kind of trying to figure out where what comes more enjoyable to me to share, and how to connect better with my audience. So I feel like doing a little bit of changes I think is always a good thing. And I mean, I look back at my videos again. I'm still like editing those videos and stuff, the past ones, and like looking at them, and I'm like, I was such a baby, you know. But whatever. I talked a lot about that on the last week's episode. So because again, I'm in a new place, and all kind of happened really suddenly. So take a look at that. Maybe I'll put a link here or something. You know, those people, professionals, do something over there. But I'm so excited. Ah. Okay, so on the last episode, we were in. I believe we were in Salt Same. No, we know where we were. You know where we were, bro? We were in fucking Wawa. We were in fucking Wawa, man. That's where we were. That big ass goose. But yeah, so I'm not sure I mentioned it. Probably did, but let me reiterate. Basically, Ontario, when I was traveling and I was like looking through the map and whatever and planning my trip and stuff, Ontario had the biggest stretch of where I wouldn't be really be in a big city. So that also gave me a lack of amenities, what I prefer anyways. I had like a really long stretch where having no gym. Um, and like being in a place where I wanted to stay at for quite a bit of time, I was just going to be passing by little small towns. So Wawa was one of them. Sault Ste. Marie, I would consider another one. And now we are finally in Thunder Bay. Now, Thunder Bay, um, I have heard of it. Obviously, I'm from Ontario. I have heard of Thunder Bay. And I heard people have family living up there. You know, it's about, I mean, at this point, we've driven hours away from the downtown Toronto. So these are usually like I usually hear like my peers, especially from high school and college, saying like, "Oh, my grandma and grandpa live in Thunder Bay." You know what I'm saying? Because it is a cheaper area, from what I understand. Um, but again, it's far away, and honestly, it never really appealed to me to go visit it. It was some place that some people that I know, and again, peers, that would be going to travel there for like a weekend or something. Like, yeah, we just came back from Thunder Bay, or we passed by Thunder Bay, and I'm like, I never been there. I don't know what you're talking about. But here we are. And I've been there now. And it doesn't get any better. It's such a small little town. And honestly, I mean, it was a good experience. And of course, I feel like it's a little bit difficult for me to be like, this was better than this experience or whatever, because I always enjoy, or I at least try to make my experience enjoyable no matter where the fuck I am, which I think everyone should be like that. That's just me. And so it wasn't a bad place, but would I ever consider living there? Fuck no. Fuck no. But whatever. It was a long stretch, and I needed a place to chill after the drive that I've been having. Um, what was I gonna say? So from Wawa, I drove about 5.5 hours to Thunder Bay, which is about a little under 500 kilometers. As you can tell, my drives are getting a little bit shorter because it has been taking a toll at that point. It's always depending on what time of the month it is too, so can take that into account. But that is what happened. What was I gonna say? And also something that was my first experience too on this trip. Just because, as I did mention, there's no good lights, there's no gyms and shit. I needed a place to shower and sleep. So there was this one place I believe that I felt comfortable enough sleeping at, which was a truck stop. So that's pretty good. It was a really comfortable truck stop. And the cute thing is that whenever I passed by, because the truck stop was a little bit further away from town, about 10-15 minutes, and whenever I would go to my stop to sleep, I'd see a whole cow farms. So I love that. And that specific truck stop, which was, I mean, on my Google reviews and stuff, what was I gonna say, I saw it being quite popular, this truck stop. So I mean, I'm not gonna put the name out there because you can probably search up in a couple seconds. There's not many truck stops, but this one specifically had a shower. So this was my first, and if you're gonna watch the vlog that I posted today, but probably when I post this is 2 days ago, you're gonna see that it was my first truck stop. My first truck stop experience, and it was very interesting. I did not expect it to go the way that it went, and it was weird. But just take a look at it, because honestly, like, and I want to explain a little bit on this truck stop. So imagine, okay, so we got the truck stop. Okay, we got the place. Okay, we're gonna look at the map like this. So this is the place. This is the main road. Okay, the main roads of imagine. Fuck, I have to think about how I'm gonna say this verbally. So we got the truck stop in the middle. Okay, and in front of the truck stop we got the stations to put gas, and in front of that is the main road where you're coming in. Now behind the truck stop itself, there was a house. Okay, and this truck stop, I mean, imagine it being like flat and surrounded with dirt, like a dirt road kind of thing. It was quite big, to be honest. Probably fit like 3 trailer trucks, whatever. I'm trying to give you a visual. Like, imagine a square. Okay, I have 3 trailer trucks, and I mean, looking at the road. Okay, just get a visualization here. Looking at the road, we got the truck stop. To the right, we have a mechanic shop, and to the left, there was like this foresty area that some people do park. Again, it's a truck stop, the only one there. So like, and behind the truck stop itself, there was a house. Okay, super fucking random. In the house, I mean, literally, if you look at the map, it was literally dead center of the whole like the square perimeter of this place. And it was so random. And I slept in the back. So they had storage, they had stored like truck things, like trailers and whatever the fuck. And to my right, there was like some people camping out too, because it was like facing the forest. And I didn't want to do it the forest because I was thinking bugs. I don't want that. And I wanted to be a little bit more quieter and more, I'm going to say, more chill, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of ended up sleeping between these trailers that had nothing on them. It was just like the wheels, you know, and the thing to put stuff on. If I was a truck driver, I probably would know these words, but I don't. And yeah, I slept quite well, to be honest. No issues whatsoever. It was very quiet, yeah, and there was lights at the back of the trucks, at the back of the house. At the back of the house, there was lights, so where I was sleeping at. So it was quite comfortable. The only thing was that, of course, because it ended up raining a little bit during this time, there was a little bit dirty road, so it would make my car a little bit dirtier than I would like to. But yeah, and so this truck stop, when I would go inside, because I did ask for permission on this one, because again, it was the only one there, and I was gonna be sleeping there for a couple of days, so I wanted to ask just in case. And it was this young kid at the front in the convenient place. And he said, yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna be here. I didn't tell him exactly how many days I was gonna be there, staying there, but you know what? I just pulled it. I did it. I was gonna say, but yeah, it was really chill, and that truck stop shower was an experience. And honestly, looking back now, after almost 2 to 3 years doing this, again, this is the beginning of my journey. 2 or 3 years doing this, that was probably the worst one because all the other truck stop showers that I've been to, were a lot nicer. I don't know, maybe it's probably like a range between like me getting more experience and finding better places. But again, there was a really lack of truck stops here, so it was my only option. But it's funny, it being my first experience, it being this really dingy old place. So it was really funny. Um, but yeah, due to the fact that I didn't have a gym, I also was taking a lot of walks in this area while I was there, just to get some exercise going. You know what I'm saying? I am someone who works out like or goes to the gym, and I'm gonna say work out, yes, because whenever I shower, I go to work out too. I force myself that way, and some people ask me like, "How do you like stay so committed?" And I'm like, prioritize taking a shower, and that you can only go take a shower when you go to work out. So that was my thing. That's how I did it. It works. It works. I swear to God. Now that I'm here and I don't have a gym and I have my own a little apartment here at this moment, it's been quite difficult. So I kind of miss that routine. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but I was gonna say. But yeah, so I try to do that and try to be a little bit more consistent in doing some physical activity, at least walking outside. It was a little bit difficult because it was a little rainy season at this time, in Canada, in Ontario, Canada, because we got a large plain over there, a plain of land that does not rain so much as the other places do, and different temperatures and stuff. So that's why I'm saying that. But yeah, on that. Now, I think I should get into now the actual experience. So, as I was heading from Wawa to Thunder Bay, this is my first experience again, another time. I've had experiences where it was a little bit foggy, but it smelled like smoke. And so, what was I gonna say? I'm thinking about the vlog that I edited. I'm not sure if I should go into it that way, but I guess I will. I already started. So, I was getting into town and it was like really foggy and smoky, and I realized now, and a little bit later on that on that vlog, that it was like a fire. There was like fires there, and I know this now because I've had experiences in Calgary too. There was fires, and that it was all smoky and stuff. I think Calgary was the worst, but because there was like a layer of like ashes in my car, but it wasn't to this extent at this moment anyways. But that was my first experience passing by somewhere, seeing like a fog and thinking, what the heck is going on? So it was smoky and foggy and it was raining. So it was like, I remember, from what I remember, it was not very sunny while I was there. I mean, it is what it is. What was I gonna say? But yeah, so I ended up traveling from Wawa to Thunder Bay, and I had a mission. I wanted to get in time to be able to see the Thunder Bay Art Museum. So I ended up doing it. So it kind of gives me motivation to wake up earlier, and do something on the weekend that I really want to do and finish off my weekend really, really cool and nice and chill and inspired. So I love doing that. So that was my point. And I remember driving into the art gallery itself. Of course, like I passed by really quickly into the town, and it being so foggy and stuff, it was hard to see. But later on, I saw that it was like kind of like it was like really hilly, like lots of hills and stuff. Um, which was interesting. Again, it was a lot of brown, just hills and brown stuff. So, I mean, it wasn't a really big mountains and hills. It was just really chill ones. But yeah, that was my first experience. It was really gloomy, so I wouldn't say it was fantastic. But as I was driving, I remember driving and like following my Google Maps to the Thunder Bay Art Museum. Um, it was located in a really weird area because it was like there was a big parking lot. Okay, and again, this is all dirt. This is all dirt parking lot. It was a big parking lot, and surrounding it was different buildings. I think one was like a medical center, something medical, and then another one was like offices. And then to the right, like as soon as you get in there, was the art museum, and I didn't realize it until I got there because I was figuring out where I'm gonna park. Like, is parking designated for me here? Do I have to pay for parking? I don't know. At the end of the day, I didn't have to pay for parking, which is great, fantastic. Um, would I say is super accessible? I don't know because of that dirt road, but I mean, if you park in the front, you leave someone in the front. I guess it pretty was. It was all one floor. Um, there was no stairs from what I remember, and there was a ramp getting into the building, so I would say it's quite accessible. It killed me. What was I gonna say? But I remember going there and going to the museum, and again, this was a Sunday, I believe, a Sunday, and literally there was nobody there. It really kills my soul, and it's a bittersweet kind of thing because I'm like, okay, fantastic. I have the whole place to myself. I can really enjoy it. Can take my time. I don't have to worry about like videoing, especially too. I can really chill and do this nicely. But also, I think about like the fact of like, how are artists not supporting artists, or how is no one interested in these things? To me, I just get so shookity. But of course, it's real life. I'm not stupid. But especially being so cheap, as I'm going to mention to you right now, the admission price was $3.50, legitimately. And I think it was cheaper than that when I went there because I checked it right now. $3.50, like, bro. Also, great date idea. You spend like so little, but whatever. So I remember walking in there, and to my right was like the reception area, and there was like glass doors at this moment. And to the right, there was like, as I can see, there was like an exhibition with like paintings on the walls. And to my left, there was a room with full of things all over the walls. Okay. So I turned to the right and I was talking to the girl, and she was telling me I was the only one here. And she's like, we close in an hour and a half, because usually what they always tell it because they want to go home. Which I understand, but again, I was driving that day, so I try to rush as quickly as possible so I can at least have at least an hour and a half on this museum. Sometimes I do call in before, to ask them like roughly if someone, and I try to explain the style that I like enjoying a museum. I'm like, roughly if I'm someone who likes to go in, take my time and read, how much, so like how long you think I would take to see the whole museum. And so they give me a rough estimate. It has happened before where I have asked that question and they answered it really, really wrong. And I'm like, oh my God, like the estimate was way off. But in this case, it was pretty spot on. So from what I remember, and I think I noted it down here, 1 second. Okay, so there was no maps, which, I mean, I think this is a pass because it was all one floor and it was basically 2 rooms and a half-ish from what I remember. And I would say it's quite kid friendly because there are some interesting things that I'm going to be speaking about today that I feel like kids will kind of enjoy looking at. But yeah, it was very quiet. So I went in there and I first decided to go into the right. Now, it was so serene. It was so beautiful because it was like the majority, I'm going to say 95% of the room was this one artist, this indigenous artist who is deaf. And you're probably asking me, why the heck are you getting so excited over a deaf artist? I'm sorry, but I know basic sign language. My mom is also a social worker. I mean, I feel like I mentioned this so many times, but like how am I gonna say this? I feel like I have an extra a heart, an extra love for people who have I'm gonna say quote unquote disabilities. Don't like using that word, but it is unfortunately a word, a disability. Being deaf, in a sense, is a disability. Not that they can't do anything, but it is. I mean, you are different for being that way. Either being mute or whatever the fuck. You are different, and you do have to engage with the world in a different way. So that's why I get a little bit more. I mean, emotional. I get a little bit more like. Drawing from my soul a little bit more care into it because I mean with so much adversity and you still were able to make art and enjoy yourself in that way. I think it takes a lot of skill, a lot of strength coming from that person, and especially coming from an indigenous person who already they are so excluded and so like oh my god alienated in so many ways, especially in Canada. So I was really, really inspired, and I really took my time in this museum on this person's work of art, and it really touched my soul. It really did. Um, of course, when I finished it, I was like, "Mama!" I was telling my mom the whole thing, and my mom always listens to me, especially when it comes to things about social work, things about it's related to her job, at least her job that she used to have. She's been there a lot of years. She's done that a lot of years. But I was gonna say, but it was so beautiful. The use, of course, it was indigenous style art. The colors were amazing. The composition was really nice, and the stories behind the pieces of work that this person made. Oh my God! Like, of course, in the indigenous culture, and if I'm wrong, someone say in the comments. But the indigenous culture is such based on storytelling and passing down stories from generations to generations, you know. And like I think from what I understand they have also specific people who are really raised or designated or you know who have really put their effort into becoming the storyteller. And so I feel like this person being the artist that they are in a way became also a storyteller in their sense as well. And of course, I think from what I remember, they mentioned also alcohol abuse, which is very common in the indigenous culture as well. Unfortunately, they have faced that, and yeah, so they went into a great deal explanation speaking about that, and it touched my soul. It honestly did. It filled me up, and I loved it. And I really think, I mean, hopefully my presence and me being there and supporting this gallery was enough for me to say like, yo, I'm here and I'm supporting your art and I want to be a supporter. So hopefully, hopefully that did something. That's at least what I hope every single time I leave a museum that I really enjoy, especially in this kind of sense. And it really just it made me feel really good coming out of there, and I learned so much. So I mean, I am done kind of like posting because I on the videos before, if you have watched my episodes, I had like the video of the vlog beside me playing. I think what's more important is the experience and not going so specific on the fact of like what exactly I saw and more what I felt and what it helped me overcome and helped someone else also support someone else in their journey. So I feel like I am trying to tell a story to a friend, to a companion, or someone who's interested in this journey of life, whatever, and in this way of life. And so this is how I explain it. I don't start pulling out pictures and stuff. So I feel like and also the fact that like the way that I have it set up right now, I feel like it's a little bit more intimate. And I don't know. Am I over explaining myself? I probably am. But you know what? It's a pivotal moment in my change of this channel. So leave me alone. let it be, let it be. Let me go through this transition here. Okay. Now, there was a small little, and as I said it before, this room had like 90% of it was this indigenous artist. There was this small part, and to be honest, um, I didn't take any videos and pictures of that because it was just not interesting to me. I'm so sorry. I didn't understand it. I didn't get it. And this was also a point where I mean, I really should have videoed it, to be honest. But like, I really shouldn't even have mentioned it, to be honest. But whatever, it's real life. Like sometimes even I look at things and I don't get them. Oh, and I have many to mention I can think of right now. But there's many that I've seen, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? As I scratch my head and I'm like, this is what people think when they think people make money off of art. And I'm gonna mention one really quick. I was in Saskatchewan, and I went to this artist, and to, of course, a museum, an art museum. And this museum was amazing, but this one specific artist decided to make art using their bodily fluids. There was one with blood. There was one with like oils, like your body oils. There was one like, oh, and it smelled, bro. There was one, oh my God, there was one with breast milk. And I was really explaining it to my grandma. And I was like, Grandma, it really smells in here. She goes like, what is the point of this? And I'm like, Grandma, I don't know. I can't even explain it to you. Let's go to the next artist. Like, it was like, I felt kind of embarrassed because I'm like, how am I going to explain this? Like, but whatever. That was the experience. But this kind of, it wasn't to that extent, but this was kind of like one of those things that I'm like, I think we can skip after this one. We can skip this one. So that's what I kind of did to be honest. It was like a smaller room, but it was like something on the floor with rocks. And I think he was just explaining a dance from what I remember. But again, I didn't really go into detail. It probably was an indigenous person now that I think of it. But alrighty, on to the next. Now, the left side, as I mentioned before in the beginning, when I first went in, we went to the right side. Now we're going to the left side. Now the left side was really where I also again was shookity with this shit. It was artwork from, it was like, of course, local artwork from kids from like grade 9 to 12. And I think they had a small section on kids a little bit younger than that. But oh my God, I was shookity. I could not believe the amount of talent and skill that these kids got. And I remember saying in the video, I was like, I feel like shit because I was like, my skill ain't up to that point. And I call myself an artist. I was like, the fuck? There was one painting, a painting. First of all, painting is really fucking hard. But this painting looked realistic as fuck. And this girl's a grade 12. She's like, what, 18, 17 years old? Oh my God. Wait, is it 18? Yeah, 18. Yes. Am I tripping? Whatever. She's grade 12. I came around. I don't feel like calculating right now. But I was shookity, to say the least. Really shookity. But super, super impressed. There was some artwork that I was like, some collages. There was like some sculptures. There was this big ass canoe that some kids, like a group painted the canoe and put like iconic Canadian things. Of course, the Maple Leaf flag, seeing some indigenous images as well. Really, really cool. But that was, I mean, looking at this, thinking back to this museum, it really was like where the affinity of like, really, I really love small town art galleries. Like literally that's where the gold is. I kid you not. Like you see those big ass museums and you're like, wow, it's really nice, like cool, great, fantastic. But when you go to these small ones, it just feels so intimate. It feels like you're looking at the artwork of your neighbor, like the person living next door. Like, and this art lives here. And like, oh, I think that's amazing. And I'm going to keep saying it throughout this channel. Honestly, the small little town museums is where the gold is at. That's really where it shines. Like, that's really where the interesting stuff be. And honestly, I think they should promote it more because as you're going to be looking throughout these episodes, there's not many Google reviews on the little small ones. But dang, I'm a supporter, my guy. I'm a supporter. So that's why I'm here supporting, saying, you should go to your small little local art galleries and see what's going on. What going on? Like, see what's who's painting in my area. See the artists in my area. Maybe you're inspired. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're not even an artist at all. But you're looking at something different. You're looking at work being created and curated for the viewer, and a stories being told, and another perspective in life. Oh, beautiful. Queso. What was I gonna say? But that's basically my experience on this museum. It was really, really amazing. Feel free to look at the vlog that I posted on Tuesday. I always post the vlogs on Tuesdays every other week. And about, yeah, it took me about 1 to 2 hours to finish this completely because, again, I was fucking amazed with the art here. Honestly, amazed. And of course, leaving the art museum, of course, it being a museum that I actually really enjoyed, I was like, I gotta leave here with something. So I ended up getting what was I gonna say? I ended up getting some earrings. I think this was this the first? No. This was the second pair of earrings that I got from my journey. So the first ones were from Sault Ste. Marie, from the Art Museum in Algoma. And this one, these were, okay, I have to talk about this. Okay, I have to talk about this. I have to. These were handcrafted earrings made of made of glass. Okay, they were beautiful, and I remember looking at the video and clinking. I'm like, oh my god, look at the glass, they're so beautiful. They're the best things, and they remind me of like those SpongeBob flowers under the sea. I think that's so funny. And I think back now and I'm like so dumb. I still have them, but they're not the same. Them being glass, they broke a pedal. And I mean, I still use them to today because ironically enough, the pedal, because they both broke a pedal. They both broke a pedal on the sides, which now they both look like butterflies. I would bring them out now, but I'm a little bit nervous on taking them out because I don't like, they're more memory now. I don't really use them a lot. I mean, I only use them when I'm like, I know I'm not gonna be like fucking around, somewhere a little bit more like chill. Like we're not gonna be, I have to really be a little bit more conscious on those ones because those are the only ones that are really, really breakable. I learned my lesson, okay, but I don't regret it whatsoever. They are so beautiful. I love them so much, and they're clear. I love clear glass. Like I don't know what it is. My mom even asked me. She goes like, "What is it with you in this clear jewelry? I don't get it." And I'm like, "Mama, you don't get the fucking vibe." Okay. My mom's watching this right now. She'd be like, qué pendeja me dijo, mira cómo me habla. Look how she talks to me. Mom, I love you. But I love the jewelry I like. Okay, leave me alone. What was I gonna say? But yeah, I got that, and I also got a sticker that I also put on my canteen. It's a cute little bear sticker with little bear. It kind of remind me of my brothers, so I guess at this point I'm feeling a little bit homesick, but it reminded me of my brothers. And I love putting that little sticker on there. I'm gonna regret it though in the future, because I ended up buying bigger stickers than I anticipated, and now, looking back at how far I've gone in my trip, I'm running out of room for my stickers. I'm not even done, which is fine. But I just wanted to point that out. But we're getting big stickers right now, so it's fine. What was I gonna say? But yeah, that's kind of what I talk about today in regards to the trip. And I kind of wanted to start a cute little segment. A cute little segment before I finish off with you guys. So I kind of wanted to, I am also a tarot reader. I don't have a tarot channel. I've been debating on doing one, to be honest, but I feel like I'm more committed to this channel, to be honest. And this channel does take quite a bit of work. And I know that tarot cards and tarot readings are quite popular at this moment. And I feel like I'm just scared, I guess, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit scared of being so committed to the tarot channel, and then I kind of lose hope on this one because I've worked so long and hard on this channel. I've collected so much content, and I'm like, I don't want to throw it away and feel discouraged because this channel is either could be possibly doing better than this one, and I'm like, should I even continue with this anymore? And I'm like, no, I don't want to even give myself that chance. So I kind of wanted to pull up a card today. I have this deck of cards that this tarot cards. These I got these from British Columbia in Victoria Island, Vancouver Island in Victoria. This was also at an art museum, but I love these cards because they have the classical imagery that you'd see in tarot cards, and they're really like, they're considered mini size, but they're actually the size of my hand, so to me they look normal. I have other decks of that as well that I am collecting, and those are grande and regular, quote unquote regular, but to me these ones are like my homies. I feel like I think these are yes, these are my first tarot cards. And so these are my homies. These are my dudes. And so I think it'd be cool to kind of pull one up for today, for the collective that I have here today watching this channel, who kind of vibe with me, and who kind of get a little bit more of me. Maybe we relate, you know what I'm saying? The view on life, the view that we take on life. And I kind of wanted to pull one up here for you. Okay, this one is for you. Now, let me go ahead and shuffle these up. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So if you have your headphones in or something, I don't know how loud this is gonna be. Yes, sí, Sofia. Yep. Of course, I always clean my cards before I put them back in the case. And I'm always putting my incense out there, cleaning my energies and shit. I am that bitch. I am that spiritual bitch. And as you may notice right now, the sun is setting, because at the country that I am right now, if you're really curious, look at the vlog from last week, is wintertime. And so the sun is setting, and I literally have to rush right after work to get this set up because it's going to be dark soon. Thankfully, I am not stupid, and I have some lights in here, but it's just, I'm in a different setup. We different, we vibing, you know what I'm saying? All right, right now, cards have been shuffled. I am splitting them. Okay. Give a good knock to let them know the vibes tell us. I think it's time to take one card out. Now I'm going to ask for one card. And what I'm going to ask for today, what should I ask for? Because I feel like I wanted to pull one up for us, and I kind of wanted to kind of match the vibe of this. You know what? I think the card would tell us. The card will tell us. What do we need to hear right now? That's exactly what it is. Yes, fam. Yes, fam. What do we need to know right now? Uy, cagada. So many came out. But you know what? So many came out, and I'm vibing with this one. Right here. I'm not even going to look at it. So many came out. So many. Okay. The card has not been flipped over quite yet. I'm going to take out my booklet because I don't have it all memorized quite yet. The card is, reverse. And I believe this is a high priestess. Let's take a look here. The Empress. So it says the Empress. Action, intelligence, practicalness, mother. What am I feeling with this right now? It being reversed especially. Let me show you guys the card. Okay, look at that. Here we go. Usually this card, I mean, of course, it being the Empress, it's like the highest form of femininity, in my opinion. Sure, the High Priestess can, but the High Priestess is more like logical, you know what I'm saying? The Empress, she's like here chilling. She has this, what the heck she got in her hand? She got this thing in her hand. It's like, she's like just gently like managing the life, you know? And I feel like what this card is trying to tell us, trying to tell you, let life come at you. That's literally what it be. Enough of planning. Enough of trying to make things work. Let life happen to you. Let life come to you. You know, even though we bring life to things, but it's all a flow. You know, I feel like that's what it's telling me. And I mean, of course, the only thing consistent in life is change. So this is quite valid, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially with this episode today. Um, I did not expect at all that I was gonna have such a good experience in Thunder Bay, in this art gallery especially, that I was gonna be leaving here, sitting in my car, um, literally tearing up. And it really gives you a moment to think of the perspective on life, of how blessed you are, and how many positive things are around you and within you. So I think valid. Thank you, spirits, for giving me this card, honestly, and to giving us this card, because honestly, I don't think I'm the only one who needs to hear this. But yeah. Now, the next segment I am going to bring up, because I thought it'd be funny. I thought it'd be really funny since I am bilingual. And I have been in this country. Kind of give you a hint where the fuck I am. I kind of wanted to come on here and kind of give you a Spanish word of the day, one that I have been using, which is vegetariana. Okay. Now you might be wondering what that word means, because, like, honestly, I think for me it's obvious that it's vegetarian. I don't know, but maybe to other people it's not. But the word is vegetarian, and it took me a while to say this word because, first of all, it's a hard word to pronounce, vegetariana. But I've been saying this word here because usually in North America, meat and cheese don't make me feel good. They actually make my tummy really, really hurt. So I call myself a vegetarian, or a pescatarian, really, but vegetarian was just easier to say. I mean, it just made more sense for the moment. And so I've been saying it here because I've been here for a couple of months. And I've been saying it here because that's what I identified as, right? That was just my normal thing. But ended up being not that way, because now I can eat meat, and I can eat cheese, and I really do enjoy it. They still make me bloated as usual, but I have no pain whatsoever. And oh my god, I don't remember. I cannot believe I lasted so long without eating cheese. Like, cheese is fucking amazing. But yeah, that's kind of my word of the day, and I hope that you learned something new as well, the word of the day. But also, if you are also facing stomach issues, have faced stomach issues, maybe think about what I just said. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating meat. I've been eating burgers because I can do that now, and they're fucking delicious. But yeah, like, fuck, it's really good. But yeah. And I wanted to mention a song. Now, I kind of wanted to, so I did the tarot card and I did the word of the day. Maybe I'll do a mix up in the future. But right now, I wanted to mention a song that I've been bumping to. And this will be a continuing segment. But today, and I'm going to be honest with you, a song I've been bumping is my own. Now, I also am a artist. I'm more of a singer-songwriter. I cannot make music quite yet. I am learning the guitar, but it's been placed on a pause right now at this moment. But I love singing, and I love creating something musically. So there's a song that I have made, and I'm still developing right now. Hopefully it gets released for my birthday, which is July 6th. We are near that date, but my hope is to put my next EP with that song in it, and it's gonna be the first one on the track, the first one on the EP album, and it's called Confidant. Now, I mean, I really wish I could share it with you, but it's just not done yet. But it's my honest answer, to be honest, because I mean, I'm not ashamed anymore about liking my own music. I kind of used to be sometimes, but I'm like, I make it because I enjoy it. Like, what the fuck? And it's so funny that I thought that because literally like 2 days ago, I saw a video with Billie Eilish saying that she listens to her music. People think it's cringe. And she explained the way the same that I explained it. I'm like, I enjoy what I make. Like, what the heck is like, what is like, I make it because it sounds good to me and I enjoy it. So why would I not listen to it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I'm also in the apartment, always singing always something. But damn, I really bumped that song, and I can't wait for you to listen to it. Maybe I'll post a link here, um, of my SoundCloud because Spotify is expensive. But I'll post my SoundCloud here if you're interested to listen to my previous music, the last EPs that I put because it was a collection. I spent about 5 years making it, so it was a big thing. Um, as you can tell, I probably have a little bit of a routine here that I take so long to make things, but when I do put them out finally, I mean, I feel like they've turned out pretty good. So I just spend a lot of time and I just want to make things with a lot of value in it. So, I mean, I have over 10,000 listens on my EP on the one before. So not me to brag, but like, it's been a quite a journey. Although I listen to it now and I'm like, oh, cringe. I could have fixed something, but you know what? It's part of the process. I've made so many things that are cringe. This is not my first YouTube channel that I try to make. So and I for sure look back to that channel and I'm like, oh no, oh no. I even look back at these episodes sometimes and I'm like, oh, I could have fixed that. I could have fixed that. But you know what? I stopped pausing my life and my process and myself in the fear of like this is not good enough, because I've learned so much along the way, so I'm just stumping my own growth, so I don't want to do that anymore. I've stopped doing that in a long time now. But yeah, I kind of want to give you guys, and to end off, a little bit life update on myself. Again, I have moved to, as I mentioned before, I'm in another country and I'm currently taking care of a family member. It's the reason why I have abruptly changed. It really happened one day to the next. Um, but I'm doing good so far. And it's been a little bit of a cultural impact, to the face what I have experienced here in this country. Um, but I feel like with every hurdle that I faced here, I feel like I'm finding myself more and more, even though, um, being to this point, facing these hurdles is not great and they made me feel really shitty in many moments. I'm gonna try not to cry. Um, I feel like I've, again, become a different person. Not only am I turning 30 next month, less than a month, um, but I mean, like, especially my travels and my voice is cracking. Especially my travels and the things that I've forced myself to be in. Of course, I could have made different decisions. Of course, you accept the difficult path because every single path is going to be difficult, but you accept the ones that you decide to accept. Now, this is the one that I decided to take. Um, and I don't regret anything. Even through the hardships and the loss, there have been many beautiful things that have come out of it. Many, many beautiful things have come out of it. And so I don't regret anything whatsoever. Do I wish sometimes that things turn out a little bit differently? Yes, I do. But I mean, it made me who I am today. And I have no interest in going back to the past and whatever. Um, and yeah, so I mean, I've become more independent every step I take. But I kind of wanted to bring you guys up a little bit on what my plans are for my birthday. So, um, my birthday, of course, um, I don't have any. I mean, how am I going to say this? I've been here for a couple months, as I stated. I haven't been able to, or had the time really, to really explore the city and explore as much as I wanted to because I usually come here for vacation, but I haven't been able to do that, and for various reasons. And so I took some time off for my birthday, and I took about a week and a half off. It's near Canada Day, so it kind of benefits me. um, so I decided for the whole week that I was going to focus on self care and exploring, especially museums. I haven't gone to. I mean, I went to one with my grandma. Though the person I'm here because of. And but I didn't get to video it and see it totally because she's in a wheelchair, so we couldn't go up there up on the second floor. But I decided to dedicate that week, the whole week that I'm off, to basically seeing a museum every day, hopefully. Um, I thought about making a series. Everyone keeps telling me to do like shorts, YouTube shorts, but I don't know. I prefer long content, to be honest. That's the way I like to ingest my content. Um, Especially with this moving time and everything so fast in our faces and stuff. I feel like even though I am a victim of the fast social media things, because I cannot lie, I'm human too. I don't like it. I don't feel good after it. I feel like I've just absorbed so many different things, and I didn't take the time to really like take a second and think about what the fuck I'm looking at. There's so many times that I'm like scrolling and I see something super profound, super tear-eyed, and then swipe next video and I'm over it. Like the tears just like soak back up. And I'm like, I don't like that feeling. Like I think it's good to sit down and sit with with feelings. I think that's good. And I feel like that stuff makes you numb. I don't like that. So that's why this is the reason why I make the content that I decide to make. Okay. What was I gonna say? But yeah, that was my thing, and now thinking of doing this little series, maybe on YouTube, like a long form content. I'm debating on whether to like make another channel of where I am right now at this moment. But time will tell. But yeah, that's my intention, to do like a whole birthday like museum run for that week. And in regards to self care, I'm doing. I booked my first massage ever. I've never done that before. I have a thing with people touching me, and people don't know, especially like massaging. I don't know, it just feels weird, but I've been trying to get open to it. I feel like it's good for you and it's a time to relax. So I'm not using drugs either. And I also booked myself a haircut, which is good. What was I gonna say? And I also booked myself a tattoo. Now I have a tattoo on the side of my waist booty. And it's a snake with a couple of red flowers, but it was not finished. There's many reasons why I didn't finish it, because first of all, when I went to the girl, she underestimated how long it would take, because she forgot to put the scales on the snake, and so when she did the outline, she's like, fuck, I forgot the scales. And that takes a while, and so I was like, it was either do the scales or you do the flowers, and I said do the scales, because if you without the scales, the snake looked like a worm. So I was like, do the snake. But she kept trying to force me to finish, and I believe I had my period at that time. And it really killed, it hurt me. And I was like, listen, you did the scales, leave it like that. I'm not doing it anymore, bro. It hurts. She was trying to force me to push me to continue, and I was like, I don't like this vibe that's coming out of you. Like, what the fuck? This was years ago. And so I kind of left it as that for a couple years, and now finally I'm in a place where I want to get it done now, and so we're gonna expand it, make it nice and cuter, and it's a girl also who's here local, so it's gonna remind me of my full circle moment, because during that time, also when I got this tattoo, it was during I'm gonna say difficult time. I'm gonna say that. It wasn't the greatest time, so I feel like me being back here, because I also did it here too. Me being back here with a different mindset, being different years later, I feel like it's gonna be like a full circle moment to finally have it done and like not looking unfinished for a while now. So it was really exciting. And so I did that. Oh, of course, the massage too also has a facial. So I've never had a facial before in my life either. So I'm really excited. So yeah, I'm just doing a lot of new things here, and I've tried to explore, and I don't know. It's been an on and off kind of thing of me being trying to be outgoing, and then I'm kind of hermit mode, and I'm like, I'm gonna stay at home. I also have a lot of things to do. I have, aside from my job, I have other things to do as well. But we're learning as we're going, you know, and I'm focusing on myself. I told myself this year was the year I'm going to be selfish. This is my selfish year. Ironically enough, I'm here because of another person, but it makes sense. You know what? It makes sense, and I'm not apologizing anymore of where I am, and I'm not apologizing for for the blessed position I'm in, because I I got here with my own volition, and it took me a lot of time to get to this point. And I hate watching videos of people saying that, because when you look at people, like, you're like, I really enjoy, like, I feel like that life would be really nice for me. I don't look at them saying like, I wish I had their life, like I'm so jealous. I look at them and think that's motivation, that's where I want to be. But not everyone looks at things like that, unfortunately, and they give you like the ugly caca eye. Um, where was I going with this? I don't know where I was going with this, but I was saying be proud of where you are. And I'm not going to hide myself to make you feel better. That's where I was going with that. Don't hide yourself to make other people feel better, because it doesn't make sense. You're doing a disservice to yourself. You've worked so hard, and I'm speaking to you, not just me. But you've worked so hard to get where you're at, and you've set up these systems and things for yourself to create your happiness and to create your space in your little bubble. And someone wants to fucking give you the caca eye and make you feel like shitty, or make you feel guilty, or make you feel, or try to make you feel like you don't deserve it. Like, the heck, get the heck out of my fucking face. Like, you don't, if that's what you feel about me, you don't deserve to be my circle. So yeah, I've been kind of feeling that. I've been feeling that. I feel like I've gone a little bit more bitchy. But like, as someone who is chronically nice sometimes, I feel like it's well deserved that I've finally gotten to this point. Also, because I'm turning 30. I'm turning 30. For anyone who's turning 30 or in the 30s, everyone keeps telling me this is the best time of your life. The 30s are the best. And I'm like, everyone says that. Like, your 20s are the best. Your 20s are the best. Um, but yeah, I don't feel 30. Sometimes I do, but for the most part, I don't. I feel like I'm just still like a high school kid trying to figure out life. And I say high school kid because like that's where I really got to be more of a kid, if that gives you insight on my life. But um but yeah, I'm just enjoying life. But it's okay. To each their own. But that's where I'm going to leave off for today. Um And that's a little bit of what's been filling up my world these days in the Philosophia. I thank you guys for spending some time with me, and I'll see you on the next episode of Philosophia, because I'm still going with that name, debating it, but I'm already there. And hopefully by that time, when you're seeing this episode, I have revamped the page. I've made a revamp. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. And thank you so much for staying here and watching the end of this video. If you watch the end of the video, yo, put up a crown emoji. Honestly, we deserve it. We're kings and queens out here. Okay? We're so blessed. No matter what position we're in, even if it's the most caca position, we're so blessed. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna say? Leave me a like if you like this content. Subscribe to the channel. And hopefully you guys are kind of vibing where the heck I'm going with this channel. I'm like trying to focus more on being like a more of a show, podcast kind of thing. So it's really exciting, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for both of us, for you and me. Um, God bless. Have a good night. Bye.